Today we are going to compare two ENGL preamps, the ENGL Modern Rock 530 and an old ENGL 520 preamp. If you like ENGL guitar gear, like I do, then you may know the two preamp. This one space rack unit, which is called 530. It has, as far as I know, the preamp section of the old ENGL Blackmore top. But there are a couple of other preamps which they made in the past, which sound also kick-ass, which I showed you in other videos. And I got two of them here, the ENGL 620 and also the ENGL 520. The ENGL 520 is a little bit more flexible than the 620. It has basically two channels, but maybe 3 or 4 modes, maybe 3 modes. Anyway, but what I found out is these old ENGL units from the 80s or early 90s, they sound, or their voice, a little bit different than the ones they're selling now, like the 530. So today we would like to compare these two units, and I would like to show you how they can sound different, or maybe if they can sound the same. And for that purpose I'm using my ENGL tube power amp 2x50 with EL34s that goes to a Harley Benton 2x12 cabinet with vintage 30 speakers, mic with an SM57. And in between the preamps and the power amp I'm using the Quadreverb GT, but just for the noise gate and a little bit of delay. And yeah, this is the sound, my high gain tone of the 520. So let's check out the 530. Back to the 520. .530. To be honest, they sound quite similar here, but I've got different settings of the tone stick controls. Here in the 520, I got the bass control at almost at max. As in the 530, I got the treble dialed back a little bit, and also you have different controls here on the 530. So I will show you now what the tone stick controls do in the lead channel. You have a bass, a low mid, high mid, and a treble control. So bass control is affecting these frequencies. Now bass is at max, but I still like the tone, so you can definitely do it here with that preamp. And as a comparison, in the 520, the bass control also now at max. Also, I like it, but I think it's not that effective like in the 530. So let's check out the low mid control in the 530. And in the 520, maybe the mid control. And the high mid in the 530. A treble control in the 520. And the treble control in the 530. And the presence control in the 520. So to be honest, they don't sound that drastically different. I thought they were more different, but I didn't compare them side by side. So they're quite similar, I have to say. The thing with the 530 is, in my opinion, it has slightly a little bit more or a little bit wider range as far as the tone stack controls are concerned. But both preamps sound great at if everything at 12 o'clock. And also you can set maybe everything cranked. Let's try that out. Okay, that doesn't work. But at least you can crank the bass control and it still sounds good. At least the bedroom volume. High settings I would dial back usually the highs a little bit. Also the 520 has a little bit more buttons here. You have a mid boost, a bright boost, and also a lead boost. And currently the mid boost is engaged in the 520. The bright boost is engaged, but the lead boost is not engaged. But I got the two gain settings. You have here two gain controls, where you can control two gain stages separately. They're at 3 o'clock, which is pretty high. As in the 530, you have only one gain control, which is called the lead gain. And you don't have anything to boost here. It's just the lead gain. But I'm currently in the lead mode. So this preamp has 4 modes. 2 modes in each channel. And this is a mode with the highest gain, I think. I'm in the lead, in the gain high. And it has a contour button, which you can engage, and you have a more focused sound, more mid-focused sound. You can engage it. Adds a little bit too much mids for me, so other than that I like it. So let's dial out the mids a little bit. Sounds nice. Also, it's tight as the anus, the preamp. Let's check out the tightness of the 520. It's a little bit harsh. I got the bass cranked at max now, but it's still a little bit harsh. So let's. Okay, now I turned off the high boost. Suddenly we don't have enough gain. Let's try out the lead boost. Yeah, with the lead boost it gets a little bit flubby in the bass. Yeah, so I think both preamps they can sound similar. Don't compare the clean sounds now, but the clean sounds of both preamps they sound pretty good in my opinion. But I'm mostly a high gain player, and yeah, I'm surprised now how similar they can sound, because from my as far as I remembered them, they sounded pretty different. But yeah, it's I didn't compare them side by side. One thing I'd like to mention is that the 530, at least my the 520 is MIDI controllable, as the new one is not MIDI controllable, which is maybe a little bit of a downside. But that said, you cannot control the parameters of the or the settings of the tone stack with via MIDI. So it's just basically switching the channels and some of the buttons here, I think. As the 530, you can yeah, address one of the 4 modes if you're using a stereo cable with a conventional amp switcher. So it's in my opinion it was very usable in my live setup, because maybe I could show you. It has 2 channels with separate tone stack controls, and we were in the now in the gain high channel, the channel with the most gain. It sounded good, and if we go to the low gain channel, it's also usable. No volume drop, no harsh frequencies. So yeah, you have the just the channel with less gain here, and yeah, it's working as they're sharing the same EQ section. And then you have, of course, the other channel, the clean channel, where you have a separate EQ control. So this is the clean sound. And bright switch was engaged now. So now it's without the bright switch. You can get nice clean tones, and also you can boost this channel. It's also usable. So they seem to work pretty good together, all these settings. And yeah, it's a great sounding preamp. It's not that expensive. If you like ENGL sounds, I definitely recommend that thing. So that's it from me, and please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.